I thought the last video was a hard one to make, and genuinely didn't think things could have got any worse, but here we are, sitting on our video on our shambolic performance, another performance to show that the players do not know what it means to play for this badge. If that there, what we got tonight, is the reaction that we get from that group of players after Gerrard's words on Saturday, I presume that they have been absolutely put through the hairdryer treatment in the past couple of days leading up to this game, and you'd expect a response. I'm sure I'm not the only one that, I mean, I say that, but my faith has been thrown back in my face for thinking we would come into this game and win. But surely I wasn't the only one. I think there was a lot of predictions that I had before the game thinking that we would get back into winning ways in this game against, again, the bottom of the league. And if Gerrard's job wasn't under pressure from that result up at Tynecastle, then I'm sure it's certainly got to be now. I know there's still a lot of people defending him. You even had a round of applause for Gerrard today in the 8th minute, and to be honest, it was the majority of the stadium. Look at this. I mean, you genuinely think the guy had passed away. He's just helped, and he's just played his part in this awful performance that we've got, or this awful run. And I do fully get that Gerrard can only do so much. He's putting the team out there, and week after week, different centre-back pairings are just letting in absolute howlers. It's such an unrecognisable defence, because last season we never had that. Like, when we had Katic and Goldson starting, like, they just look so solid together. Goldson and Edmondson, when they played together against Braga away, solid together. Just what goes wrong when we come into this domestic league? The goal itself, in my opinion, Goldson is our worst defender at the club. In my opinion, he's just Gerrard's mate. I know a lot of people may disagree with that, but in my opinion, he's bottom of the pecking order. Again, another mistake from him today. It's so bad. Mix up between him and Tav. I mean, but it's 80% of that's Goldson's fault. The ball should just be cleared, and we go 1-0 down, while the rest of the stadium knew that Celtic were losing 2-1 to Livingston. What you also can't blame Gerrard for is the players missing their chances, because we had genuinely the chances. If that was 6 months ago, we're coming away with that with 5 goals today. Just to name a few of the chances we had in the first half. You had Kamberi with a shot on target with a nice chip in behind from Davis. Good save by the keeper. Tav, the amount of cutbacks that were on today, they were constantly on, and his crossing was just so off today, along with his full overall performance. One got cut back as well not long after that, and I believe it was Kamberi and Morelos both missed the ball. Hadji had a shot that was saved. That one was a good save. A cutback from Kamara this time. Goldson had 2 free headers in the first half. Totally free headers up and over the bar. And then Kamberi had another chance as well where Morelos laid him off. Another save by the keeper. All of them chances as well were genuinely just in the first half. You're thinking we could have literally blown Hamilton away by the half-time mark. But again, we're keeping these teams in the game. As if the missed chances in the first half weren't bad enough. Literally within the first 5 minutes of the second half, Alfie, who hit the bar from a header, and then Tav, who's literally missed from 2 yards out and a ball's came to him. It's bounced up in front of him, he's misjudged it and blazed it over the bar for 2 yards. Defoe as well had a chance that you're expecting him to bury. The ball was played over the top to him, and instead of just letting the ball come in front of him to have his shot, he headers the ball to try and control it or something. Like, I guess it's just lack of game time for him, the lack of match sharpness. And there was another 3 chances in the last 5 minutes of the game. Morelos had a chance, tight angle, but he put it along the ground, which allowed the keeper to save it with his legs. Hadji with a shot, deflected shot off the bar, and then Davis again coming on off another half volley, about 5-6 yards out, and blazes it over the bar, and it just wasn't a day. We were never going to score. We could have paid for another 90 minutes, and it just wasn't to be for us today. Listening to Gerrard's interview after the game, he just came out saying his same old stuff. He's confused, doesn't recognise the performance, saying that he feels even lower now than he did after the Hearts performance, which, yeah, I'm sure we all do. And then he's also pointed out that the dressing room's quiet. That's an interesting point, because can you imagine, like, I know we don't want him back, that's not what I'm saying, but like, can you imagine Walter Smith being in charge of that dressing room, having like a Barry Ferguson in that dressing room? Literally the walls would be coming off, everyone screaming, like, letting each other know the responsibilities, the passion. You know McGregor's got it, right? But who else in that team are you seeing that's got that? You've got Davis, who's like been there and done it. I'm not seeing the passion off of him. Certainly seeing it off of McGregor. Halliday's got it, but he's really not like a senior player in the team, is he? but there's just such a lack of spine and passion in that team. And it'll be very interesting now to see who the next centre-back pairing is, because with Hollander still not obviously match fit, I'm presuming when he comes back, he's going to go straight in. For me, he's too slow. He's a great defender, but he's too slow. So, like, we're in this position going, do we buy new players because everyone's so off form? But who knows, because you've got Katic, who's obviously busting for a gut to come back in. He was rightfully dropped for his performances. Goldson, you can't deny that he deserves to be dropped after that performance, but there's been many times that he's deserved to be dropped, but he seems to be the manager's favourite. Goldson, Edmondson, sorry, I think he was okay today, but so many times I watched him get caught under headers. Kept coming out, the big number 99, whatever it was. He literally pinned himself on Edmondson because Edmondson kept coming out, not winning headers, going up to challenge for it, getting nowhere near it, and then leaving. That was always won by the Hamilton player for a knock-on. A suggestion now is playing the youths. You've got young Nathan Coombs, you've got Kai Kennedy, you've got Leon King, there's so many of them that are bright, talented futures. Why not give them a game in this league now? There's no way that they're not going to put in the fight that first team are not doing right now. You've got Leverkusen coming up as well. Who do you play for that? Because that first team, they only want to show up on these big European nights. That's what it seems like. So see if you played the players. Imagine you played a youth. Obviously that might be far too big of a step for them, especially for someone at a level like Bayern Leverkusen. But can you imagine dropping like some of the players who just think they've got a right to play at that stage? To show them, if you don't play and win at home against teams like Hamilton, you do not get to play for this club in that big European stage. I'm going to now read off some Twitter opinions that I got after the game, just for some other people's thoughts and opinions, in case I'm being biased or something that I've not seen. We've got Ian McDowell here saying, Lewis Mail recall now. Absolutely agree with you there, mate. Patterson in for Tav. Again, I would absolutely love to see it. How's Doc and Murphy? Can't get into that team, it is beyond me. I'm angry as right now, trying to keep a lid on it. And again, that's players that I would love to see in this team. Got Darren Clark is chipped in saying, I used to love watching Tav. He was always that player that was a lift a few seasons back, and now he's not even close to being a captain's armband. It weighs too much for him. He's lost all his ability and his confidence, and literally injured himself by pulling out of a tackle tonight. And he went half-hearted into a tackle, and as you hear everyone say to the younger generation, pull out a tackle and that's how you get hurt, and that's what he's done tonight. We've got Steve Miller here with a similar opinion saying, week in, week out, Tav runs down that line and crosses, can't beat the first man. He's definitely faked that injury to come off. Stephen here saying too many bottlers. Who can disagree? Got Linda Mack chipping in saying, we all knew this was a night that they possibly could have dropped points. All we had to do was win, not play brilliantly, just win. And that's something we've totally lost the ability to do recently. It sucks even more that Celtic dropped points tonight, but hey, in the long run, it doesn't really look like it's going to matter now, does it? David Madden saying, lost, I don't know what to think. There's a lot of lessons to be learned in the management, etc. But what's happened from Rangers to December to Rangers to now, exception of Braga. At RFC18723 saying, gutted, I can't believe it's come to this stage where we need to rebuild again. Coach and staff are clueless, players are heartless and gutless, and talent wise we're not good enough, and us fans deserve better than this. Ian McAlpine saying, words fail me, I'm so angry. Something's obviously went wrong in Dubai. It's obvious now it's a totally different team and sick of having to start again. And two comments just to finish us off. We've got, not Gerrard's fault, we can't finish chances from 5 yards, says Lewis Stevenson. And Jamie_Rangers saying that Gerrard out. So that is going to be another huge debate. Let me know your thoughts about that down in the comments, guys. Do you think Gerrard is the man to keep us going forward? And do you think he should stay here next season? Another discussion point is Tav and whether or not he stays captain in this team, never mind actually having a spot in the starting 11. I've just read here that in the match programme today, so I've just seen someone put this online, I'll put it on screen for you guys to read as well. Whenever anybody puts a bit of pressure on us in Scotland or gets in our faces, it seems to affect us too much. At the start of the season, teams dropped off and we were scoring 4 or 5 goals, but now they smell blood straight away and put us under pressure, and we're not good enough domestically at the minute to react to that. And that, coming at the words of our Rangers captain in my eyes, is embarrassing. But that's going to be all for this video, guys. I appreciate you still tuning in. I know this one's not going to be the easiest to listen to, but I appreciate you still tuning in, listening to my opinion and having your say down in the comments below. But yeah, put on down there what youth do you think you would like to see given a chance, drop for who, where we go from here, and your thoughts on that shambolic performance. But once again, thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next video where hopefully things get better. I said in the last, I think I actually said in the Hearts video, we can only go upwards from here. We can't get any worse, but fingers crossed that this time I actually mean it.